And now, words of wisdom with Adam Carriker.
Who else remembers when you had to switch to Channel 3 for video games?
And welcome back to Fourth and Pain, the only pro wrestling show hosted by an NFL player and a weight loss champion. He's Adam Carriker. I'm Chuck Carroll. Many thanks to Mr. Anderson for joining us. And Adam, you know, we've run so long in all of our other segments. This one, we're kind of going to go rapid fire with the mailbag this week here on Fourth Down. So without much delay, let's dive right into it. Timothy R. in Dale City wrote in. He's like, hey, guys, Drew Brees is back with the Saints. Did he deserve that contract, and how important was it for that deal to get done?
I mean, in my opinion, it was a huge deal because, I mean, Sean Payton's out for a year. Their interim coach is out for like a month or two, so they got their interim coach in. I mean, he's the guy. When they went there, I don't think they were that good yet. I mean, I don't know if they were still the Aints, of back in the day that was just really bad. But he is basically the guy that when Katrina happened, we became the face of that franchise, the face of that city. He took them maybe from the Aints to Super Bowl champions and year in and year out Super Bowl contenders. I mean, he almost broke Dan Marino's record, kept like 50 yards short like 2 years ago, then breaks it, a record, it stood for, I don't know, years and years and years. Yeah, and then he's a humanitarian, everything he does off the field. I mean, he's a face of the NFL. There's some guys, when you see a contract that they get, you kind of wonder, you shake your head. He isn't one of those guys, and this isn't one of those contracts.
And I think just, for like you said, what he means to that city as a whole. I mean, a city that's still recovering from Katrina, and now they have all of this dilemma with their beloved Saints. For him to come back, it definitely means more than just Drew Brees being under center on Sunday afternoons. This means, hey, your city leader, your guy is coming home. So congratulations to the Saints for finally getting some positive press. And moving right along there, Casey, the lovely Casey Cunningham in Damascus, writes in. She says, hey, Adam, is there any mixing of cheerleaders and players, and why does the team frown upon such camaraderie?
There is not.
Or fraternization, I should say.
What'd you say?
Fraternization. The hooking up. Yeah.
Only people with kids will get that one. It is frowned upon. And when I first got to Nebraska, I was a little upset about that. By the time I got to St. Louis, I was married, and I'm married here. But it is, and whenever we do see them, they're kind of businesslike, and, it's right before a game, so we're kind of businesslike, and that's just how it is. I think they, things can just get, kind of funky when romanticism gets involved, so I think everyone just wants to avoid that.
Yeah, but seriously, though, I mean, do the coaching staff, do the people in the front office really come at the players and say, hey, knock it off, don't chase the skirts, or these skirts in particular?
Well, no, not really. To be honest with you, I think they do it with the cheerleaders because they definitely give off the vibe like, hey, this is business and we're not supposed to talk to you. That's just the impression I've always gotten from, whether it be St. Louis or here. I mean, there is a particular player on the team who's married to an ex-cheerleader, so I'm not going to say it's never going to happen or it never has happened, but it's not, shall we say, encouraged.
Gotcha. And last question here, like I said, going rapid fire here on Fourth and Pain. John Levy at TYAC_John on Twitter, and a noted Chicago Bears fan, according to his Twitter profile, says, who do you foresee leading the Redskins in rushing this year, and who do you foresee leading the team in sacks? So, boy, putting you right on the spot there. And I certainly have my picks, but,
I mean, we got three really good running backs, that we know of, and somebody else could pop up throughout this whole process. We got Roy Halou, Evan Royster, and Tim Hightower. I'm sure he'll be healthy. Roy got his chances last year. I think I got to go with my Nebraska boy. I got to go with Roy Halou. He's going to carry that mantra for the Big Red, and I think he proved himself last year that he's a very good NFL running back.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. I don't think that there's any part of the equation, barring any unforeseen injury that Roy Halou does not lead the team in rushing this year. I think it's going to go Halou, Hightower, and Royster in that order. But that's just me. What do I know? Here it is, July. I could be so far off base, it's not even funny. And frankly, the way that the offense is set up, I mean, you never know who's going to get the most touches one week, and if somebody breaks one, and that really skews the numbers as well. So, but I agree with you that Halou is going to be the guy, or Halou is going to be the guy there in the backfield. What about on your side of the ball, leading the team in sacks? Obviously, I want to say you, but I mean, you're gonna have your fair share, and you're gonna be able to do the whole Hulk Hogan bit, like you like to do. But I think that it could be Kerrigan's year maybe to step up. Yeah, there you go. You do that so well. It could be somebody in the linebacking core. That's just my personal opinion.
I mean, yeah, just the way the defense is designed, the D lineman, we're going to get our sacks here and there. We're going to get our tackles here and there, but it's not designed for us. I mean, almost, sometimes I feel like we're the offensive lineman of the defense. We take on double teams, and, that's why Lennon Fletcher led the league in tackles last year. He's a great player, but, that's a compliment to us up front. And it's probably going to be the two outside linebackers, Rack and Kerrigan. I think they led last year. So it's going to be between those two. If I got to pick between those two, man, it's literally a coin flip. If I gotta go with somebody, I'll go with Rack. He's been to 2 Pro Bowls, so I have to go with the Pro Bowler. But I mean, it's really tough to say. So it's gonna be one of those two.
Yeah. Again, I have to agree with you, and it's really anybody's guess as to which one it's going to be. Hell, they could wind up tied with 10 each. Who knows? But that's going to do it for the old mailbag. But before we get out of here today, and again, many thanks to Mr. Anderson for joining us. Before we get out of here today, a buddy of mine passed along a stat that I had to pass along to you. Are you aware that according to the stat book, you have not missed a tackle during your time with the Redskins?
I did not know that, but just quickly sifting through my memory bank, I mean, I can think of plays where a blocker got me or a double team moved me back a little bit, but I can't think of a play where I missed a tackle. Okay, that sounds accurate. Yeah. I'm a sure-handed tackler. Sure.
I mean, dude. I mean, maybe consider it blowing smoke at you, but trying to keep it PG now. Because we're doing the show. But seriously, do you attribute that to all your time in the gym? And please, because we're the music's rolling here, we got to go home. Do you attribute just your brute strength to being able to really bring a guy down if you're able to get a hand on him?
Well, we talked about LeRon earlier in the show, and he always said tackling is a mentality, and it really is. He doesn't want to be tackled. You want to tackle him. It's a mentality. Who's going to win? Music's rolling, so I'll just keep it to that, but that's basically what it is. It's a mentality.
Gotcha. And if you guys ever have any mailbag questions, be sure to hit us up on Twitter at 4th and Pain, or follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/4th and Pain. This show just kind of rolled right on by. Many thanks to Mr. Anderson again. And hey, the next time we do one of these things, you're going to be in camp, buddy.
Yay. Hey, you know what? That means the football season's starting, and that means that we're that much closer to playing football games. And that's what I look forward to, and that's what I can't wait to do is playing those football games.
All right, man. Well, best of luck to you. We will see you here in D.C. next week. Well, I'll actually see you in Ashburn. Looking forward to doing these shows face-to-face once again. But for now, he's Adam Carriker. Check him out on Twitter at
Adam Carriker 94.
I'm Chuck Carroll. Check me out at the Chuck Carroll with 2 R's and 2 L's, an A and an O and a C somewhere in there, not necessarily in that order. This is 4th and Pain. Thanks for putting up with our weirdness.
Largest arms on the D-line. Peaced out, home skillet.